everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Bortles' Jaguars. With that, let's head up the road to Jacksonville, Florida. Standing by are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Oakland Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Carry for Chris Ivory. And he's brought down. The Jags really haven't been able to get much going on the ground, Charles. I mean, Ivory, his carry's a bit hamstrung by the fact that they've gotten down early, had to throw the ball a lot.
Hasn't helped him one bit. In addition, remember earlier this year, he was sick, had to miss a game, and they've lost some key pieces in the offensive line, including Luke Jokel, who was supposed to start at guard for them this year. It's been a tough road trying to run the football for Jacksonville.
Yeah, between Ivory and T.J. Yeldon, two combined for just 26 yards on 7 carries last Thursday night in Week 8. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff left. It's Ivory. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Bortles now to throw. Hearns brings it in. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, this is Ivory. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing is Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Here we go. Blue 45.
They go back to the ground attack here. It's Ivory. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Second down following the run. They stay on the ground. Ivory again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Perry Riley.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll give it up to Ivory. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
To throw, it's Bortles. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
If you give a guy like Latavius Murray a little bit of help, and he got it on that play, how about him sealing the edge, right? Creating that space so he could get to the corner. And then what came into play? His speed.
Yeah, speed shown there on the sweep. Big-time run.
Yeah, he's an explosive back when he gets an opportunity. Love to see him get that speed built up. And once he sees it clear, he goes.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
second down. Here's Carr. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
We ready? 5 and 8.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
We're gonna rally.
Throwing his car on third down. Cooper's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there for the Raiders. 31 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Down the numbers. There he goes. 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here comes Oakland again on offense. That win against Tampa Bay. It was interesting because they had 23 penalties, an NFL record, 200 yards of penalties. That's hard to believe. How do you do that and win a game?
That is one of the great questions and mysteries, but I choose to look at it this way. This is a Raiders team that has some character to it. Yeah, the penalties you want to erase. Giving up that much yardage, you don't want any of that, but finding a way to overcome it and win a big game on the road in overtime, that speaks to those guys in a positive way.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Carr to throw on second down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's brought down. Well, the Buccaneers, they just had a nightmare trying to cover Amari Cooper in Week 8. 173 yards and a touchdown to boot.
People always talk about how crafty he is in route running. People forget his strength as well. He was an absolute beast against Tampa Bay. Pretty soon, he's going to have a nickname of ACB. You know what that's for?
I think I know where you're going, but go ahead.
Aggressive catch button in Madden.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Well, with all those yards that Derek Carr had against the Bucs, there was enough to go around. Cooper was over 100, so was Michael Crabtree, 108 yards for Crabtree.
I'm not sure there's a better duo out there right now, and those guys are really playing off of each other to their strengths. Crabtree, one of the best intermediate route runners you're going to have, and great hands. And Amari Cooper can do anything you want, including getting deep.
First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Crabtree with an acrobatic catch. And the Raiders are back within a score. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. As the Raiders come back out on offense, you and I agree we have to give a tip of the cap to Donald Penn, who scored in Week 8 his 4th career touchdown, most ever by an NFL player that weighs over 300 pounds.
So what he does by doing that is he gives new meaning to the term big boy football.
I like it. It's impressive, though, right? 4th touchdown.
It really is, and it speaks to the athleticism of these guys in the NFL, because Donald Penn obviously spends all of his time trying to keep his quarterback clean, but to be able to catch the ball, turn upfield, and get to the end zone 4 different times, congratulations, Donald Penn.
He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Try it again on 2nd down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Carr. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And the Jags grab it. Shreds the tackle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. First half, and apparently that's all, Larry. So much for the halftime report. We'll see you in the postgame. We're ready to get to the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's caught by Clive Walford. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Carr now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
first. Here's Washington. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. One man in the backfield. That's Jones. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And it's a quick flip out to Cooper. Complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return will stop right around the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now, some love it, some hate it. Here it is. It's the Wildcat look. They go back to the air here after the INT. Rolling to his right. Well, partners, you and I were discussing off-air. Parity has reigned supreme this year in the NFL. Maybe too supreme. 2 ties back-to-back weeks. Only the 2nd time that's happened in league history.
It is an oddity, but maybe we shouldn't be so surprised. You know, going into Week 8, the NFL had 80 games played already. They were within a touchdown score in the 4th quarter. So games have been close all the way through. Now we get the ties. We could have had a 3rd tie because Oakland and Tampa Bay, the winning score came under 2 minutes left in overtime.
Here's Bortles to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Play clock winding down. To throw is Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try the end around with Robinson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, 90.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. Green, 58.
first down. Bortles. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now. Green, 90, ace. Right.
Carry number 10 now for Ivory. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now is Bortles. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing his car on third down. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr surveying the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go. Wide and Yates. Wide. Zebra. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Zebra. Zebra.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly.
And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Design run for their wideout. And an alley to run. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Here we go now. Blue, 45. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39. Ace, here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Ivory. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Here we go.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Myers able to knock it through, but there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. To throw, it's Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Back to throw, Carr. Finding time. He's going to let... And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Bortles going to look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. The tight end changing his position. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To throw is Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered.